Hello everyone. So today I'm going to be using this little tray mold. This is a 7-inch square tray. There's no rim or anything on it, so it's just going to be just a plain square. And I thought what I would do is I would take these napkins that I got, take a napkin that is, these are just about 6.5 by 6.5 square, okay? So we're going to go ahead and try this. I've been wanting to try this for a while. Now, these napkins are fairly thick. They, when you unfold the middle, you have another one of the pattern. And so what I decided to do is I am not going to take this apart. I'm not going to peel off the white backing. I'm going to leave it just like it is because I don't want it just to go translucent. And if I start peeling it all away, the resin's just going to lose it. So I'm going to go ahead and pour just a little bit. I've only got about 3 ounces of resin or so in this cup, and I know that's not going to be enough for my whole project, but it's enough to get me started. So I just want to kind of coat the bottom. I don't even know if this is going to work. When I was a kid in, gosh, I don't know, early 70s, I would go to like outdoor school back then in California, and we would do all kinds of decoupage. And so I thought, I wonder if you could use resin in that kind of a way. And I'm sure people have tried that before. I've actually bought some wood specifically for that to kind of try it. But for this, I thought we would go ahead and try it in a tray first. But yeah, it was fun. I always enjoyed doing the decoupage. It was one of my favorite things. We would do, you know, take greeting cards and then burn the edges to give it that kind of burnt look, and then decoupage them onto a sanded piece of wood. And we also used to do a lot of macrame. But anyway, enough about that. So I'm going to go ahead and just place this. Hopefully it'll be okay. Just placing it in here with all the layers for our tray. And since there's no rim, I can just work straight up, which I really like. Okay, go ahead and see if I can get that flattened out a bit. I want it as straight as I can get it. Looks pretty straight. I'm going to go ahead and pour some resin over the top. I need to kind of weight it down. I'm going to have to make up some more resin here. This will be enough to get it started. Let's see how this will work. The resin is definitely soaking in to the napkin, which is just exactly what I thought would happen. Do you see here? Kind of bleeding through. I'm seeing some blue come up through the Santa beard. But it's not moving around, so that's good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these red, they're like little metallic curls that come from the Dollar Tree. And my gosh, I love it. They come in all different colors, red, blue, green, silver, gold. I mean, all different colors. And I go every year and I try to make sure that I stock up on the seasonal colors, because the red and green and gold and things only come out during the holidays. So I'm going to go ahead and help this over it a bit. Over there. So it's going to kind of give us some interesting effects, I think. The resin soaking in. And if this still looks pretty, still looks like it's pretty even, I think, from here anyway. So I'm going to take just a little bit of this and go around the edges and see if I can get this to stay just on the edges here. I think I've got some static on my spoon. So I think that looks pretty good. And one thing about these little metallic curls, I think they're just plastic. I don't think they're actually metal, but they do really well in resin. I've made all kinds of things with them, and I just really love the look of them. They stay super shiny in there, so yeah, they're fun to play around with. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good all the way around the edges. I'm gonna let this cure. And I know I'm always saying, wait a minute, but gosh, I have this sudden urge just to put just a tiny sprinkle, maybe just a little bit in my hand. Is that dumb? Only like this much, and if I just kind of like have it snow over the top. So, okay, there we go. That's all I'm going to do. Okay, now I'm actually done. I'll be back when this is cured and we'll finish it up. I'll see you then. Hello, everybody. This is completely cured. So I just wanted to show you how pretty this is. This actually cured really well. I'm glad that we left all the layers of the napkin there because it definitely gave it depth as the resin kind of soaked in through there. I just love the shades of all of it. What do you think? And then adding just that little bit of the ultra fine glitter really just kind of dressed it up, gave it some sparkle. And so now all I need to do, I've got a few of these little curlies that are kind of stuck to the edge. And I'm not going to want those on there because they will go all over the place. So just going to kind of shake it off of there. Any of the loose ones, them off later. But now all I've got to do is go in and just fill this to the top with resin. I mean, I could be done now. If you wanted a little bit of a texture on this, you could just demold it now. Put it up on a little frame stand or put a sawtooth hook on the back if you wanted to. I wish that I could make this a trivet. How fun would that be for the holidays? I don't know that that the resin would be that heat resistant. I'll have to do. I know that my J-Diction resin does great with a hot coffee mug and things, but I don't know how it would do with a hot pot. You know, if you took it off the stove and wanted to set it on this, probably not great. So I think just maybe keeping it more for decorative purposes would probably be better. But super cute. I hope that you guys are having fun with this, and I'm going to go ahead and get some resin made up, and I'll be back when that part's all done. I turned you off here to go make up my resin. I was going to go ahead and put a top coat on this, and then the more I started looking at it, and I realized that I actually do just like having this textured frame already done all the way around the edge. And I just don't know that I really need to do a top coat on it. If you wanted it to have more depth and fill this all in and just be smooth, you could certainly do that. But I decided that I actually just kind of want to leave it the way it is. So we're going to just go ahead and demold it now. And I really like this. I think it's just really pretty. And it's really thin right now. And as you know, like we said before, we only used about 3 ounces of resin. Not very much. So yeah, I mean, look, it's not very thick, but it's definitely nice and cured. And I really love it. Look at the back even. It just turned out nice and smooth and really pretty. The edge came through. So I'm going to run and get my sawtooth hook, and then we're going to go ahead and just put some UV resin on it, and I'll be back here in a minute. I got my little sawtooth hook here all ready to go. It's I buy these in the pack, in a big pack from Amazon actually. Like this. Comes in a big bag like this. There's 50 of them and they're not very expensive, but it's nice to have them on hand when you're doing resin. You never know when you're going to want to stick one of those on here. So I'll make sure I got all those loose ones off of here. Looks like there was just that one. And yeah, I'm excited about this. Oops, one more. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to find my little middle spot here and hang it probably about there. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and put a dot in each of these holes that's already there. Big enough to fill it in and go over the side of the hole. I'm going to just go ahead and use my flashlight. I will probably go ahead and run this under my larger lamp after I get this on here where I know it's gonna stick. I don't have to worry about it falling off when I pick it up. Okay, there it is. It's on there nice and tight. It is not going anywhere. So yeah, it's on there just right. And like I said, I'll probably run it through my bigger lamp just to make sure that it's really, really cured. But oh my gosh, you guys, I am so excited about this. I just can't wait. It's almost Christmas and this will just be fun to have up. I'll probably, you know, I might find a place to hang this next year, but I think this year I'll probably just set it on a little plate stand and set it on my kitchen counter for when I am, you know, just doing my last minute baking and things. It'll just be really fun to have this. He just kind of has that look about him. You can't help but smile. And really, really happy with the way it turned out. Now, really quickly, when we turn this over, you can see here what it would look like if we went ahead and covered it with resin. Do you see how well these little curls do in the resin? They just do great. You don't see any bubbles through here that I can see anyway. You know, all the way around. They're nice and bright and sparkly. And so, yeah, I'm really happy with this. This was a super simple, quick project. Really not very much resin. And gosh, you're just using a napkin. So it just goes to show you, you can use, if you have a napkin that you really like and you would want to make a tray or something out of it too, you could. But anyway, here this is. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope that every one of you has a very Merry Christmas. I hope it inspires you to think outside the box and try something new. You just never know what you could create. All right, I will see you guys all next time. Thank you.